How's Clay doing?
Doing all right. Yeah, he's doing all right.
You
hate to see that happen. But I mean, it's just that's what he does. He fights, and he's gonna fight back, and he's gonna be better than ever. So I got no doubt in that. And I'll be with him every step of the way. But one thing about that dude is he's resilient, and he'll be ready to go. So probably have a little more fuel.
What can you say to? I mean, you're tight with him. What can you say to a guy like that who missed a huge chunk of time last year from an ugly injury and now has to deal with something similar? Although Paul said that there's a chance he could play again this year.
Yeah, I mean, all you can really do is just be there for him. I mean, that's his room is 3 steps away from mine, so it's I see him every day, just checking with him. You really just got to be there for your boys. So I mean, that's all you can really do.
You room with him, right? So.
I room with. He's my roommate right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I imagine you have a pretty good understanding of just what he went through during the off season.
100%.
How much respect did you get from him for just what he went through?
A bunch.
A
bunch. I mean, he went through the process of understanding what he's like, how he needs to take care of his body, and I think through this he'll learn that a lot more, and he'll do a great job with. One thing I saw was just like nutrition, mobility, like the whole. He had a great holistic approach this offseason. I think that going through it again, I mean, he'll just fine tune that even more and get better out of it. So I mean, you hate to see that happen to him, but I think that in the long run, I mean, it'll benefit him more than you see right now, which is kind of hard right after it happens. But I mean, I'll be with him through it the entire time. So I'm excited to see that process and just see him develop even more.
You've spoken about you and receivers holding each other accountable, and it's been on the sideline. We've seen just some heated conversations. When you go, how do you draw the line of like when it's enough, when you just got to move on to the next thing, and when you got to get that stuff out?
Yeah, I mean, you always got to address everything and anything that pops up, and the cool thing about it is it goes both ways, and you need to have that. I mean, yeah, it's gotten heated a couple of times with Chim, but that's a good thing. Like as a quarterback, you want that. You want guys wanting the ball and wanting to get open. So I don't think there's really a line that needs to be drawn. I mean, when you're out there with all your boys, you got to do whatever it takes to win, and that's making sure everything is put out there and everything's said. So I mean, we're gonna keep holding each other accountable and letting each other know what we see. And that's just goes to playing the game. I mean, you love that energy on the sidelines, so you got to have that.
Is it better to get that out immediately as opposed to maybe like
100%.
letting it fester?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, whenever you can just let out whatever, it makes everybody more clear on what they see, what they feel. I mean, I'm not running the routes. I can't feel the leverage, how they're playing. I mean, I can see it, but I mean, they feel it the best. So getting it right from them is the best.
I know y'all matched up with Illinois last year, but this will be the first time with Bielema coming back to Camp Randall. Just wondering what kind of atmosphere you kind of expect Saturday and what reception
it's the camp,
you expect him to
man.
get.
I mean, it's best stadium, best fans in the country. So I mean, you kind of get it every weekend. I mean, nothing different. It's a great place to play. I mean, we're so blessed to have a place like this with such supportive fans. So we're excited.
Talking to Hayden, he mentioned that with the tight ends, it felt different not having Clay there after he went down. Just curious if you felt the same along the offense with Clay being down.
Yeah, I mean, definitely different. I mean, that's he was making plays all year. I mean, the big thing with that group now is that they all got to step up and they all got to do their job just a little bit better. I mean, that goes for the whole team though. So yeah, it's different, but I mean, we'll work with it.
You mentioned Saturday after the game that you said this team will respond this week. Can you explain what type of response you want to see? And I guess you can only, whether it's just from the offense or the team overall.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see our best ball, hands down, every position, and I'm going to push that all week. Like, how can we do something different during the week to just get better? And I mean, that goes through the whole season. That's what you want to see. But I want to see a complete Wisconsin Badgers football game, and that's what that's the standard I'm setting. And I got to do my job every day during practice to set that. So it's just really holding everybody accountable to doing their job and really focusing in on the plan and the details of it and executing those.
We only got to talk to 3 of you Saturday, so it's tough to get a vibe for what a lot of players felt like after that game. Can you share, was it anger? Was it being stunned a little bit? Was it some humbleness there at what happened on the field?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I'd probably say a mix of all that. I mean, not really one theme for the whole team. I mean, everybody kind of had their own, everybody pulled their own thing from it. But yeah, you could say anger. Everybody was upset, obviously. I mean, you never want to do that. You never want to lose like that. But really it was, you go back and watch the tape and it was just doing your job. Okay. And everybody really trusted it and just going. And I mean, I think guys are frustrated with themselves on that, just knowing the plan but not executing it. And that was one thing that, I mean, the coaches put us in a great position to go execute, but there's some times that we just didn't execute it. And I mean, us as players, we got to do a better job of that. And to play team football, we got to do that. And I know the guys know that, and I think that's what frustrated the guys the most. But I mean, it's controllables. It's little details that to the outside eye you wouldn't see, but I mean, we all see on a daily basis. So really just comes down to just executing your job.
On the throw to Skyler just before the half, would you have just like to get it out there a little bit further for him, or how would you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Throw a touchdown.
Right, but like, well, I mean, did you think he obviously had a step on him?
Yeah, he was open.
Okay.
Yeah, he was open. He just got to complete it.
I mean, last year you had the slow start 1-3 and were able to bounce back. Is that something you can use this year
100%,
moving forward, or
100%.
is it situations different?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we're 2-2. We got 8 more regular season games. It's not the end of the world. I mean, we can still finish out a 10-2 football team, and I mean, that's what I'm hitting the guys on. It's like, I mean, we still control our destiny. It's not the end of the world. Like, the sun still came up on Sunday. So it's definitely controllable stuff that we're sitting at 2-2. You don't want to be sitting at 2-2, but it's the chance to respond right now that we're excited about.
Play action hasn't been as big of a part of the offense this year as it's been in the past. Is that something that just schematically with Coach Ingham, you guys have maybe phase out a little bit more, or how does that kind of go?
Not really. Okay. I mean, it's kind of like game plan specific. You got to get a feel for what the defense is doing. If they're really triggering on the run, I mean, if they're not triggering, you're not really going to get a good play action. So it's really just kind of feeling through the game, what's working, what's not, and just adapting off that. So it's not really we're not dialing back during the week. We still go into each game with our run actions. So it's more of a how flow of the game, is it going to work or not kind of thing.